I just had the scariest nightmare that I think I've ever had in my entire life. Okay, to understand why that nightmare was so scary, well, my habits when I sleep, I put my blanket on me so that I don't get cold as I sleep, because I like to stay immersed in my dreams. It's comforting, so I don't wake up randomly in the middle of the night because it's like too chilly or something. Like in the dream that I had, I was at home. And I was at home and oh my, I don't know why I'm hesitating to speak, or why I feel so scared. Anyway, in the dream, in in the dream, I'm at home. It's a boring life I live, and I don't go out that much. And so on the occasions that I go outside are not that many. And let me restart this. So the reason why the nightmare I had is so scary is because I can clearly remember it. It's been a hot minute, and usually I don't remember my dreams for this long and this vividly. So it's really pressing on me. And let me restart. So when I sleep, I like to huddle underneath my blanket to keep warm, so I don't wake up. And I have 2 blankets on my bed. One is so that I don't roll over, and the other is so that I can sleep and don't get cold. And in this particular dream, I was in the garage, and I was opening it, and I saw a person in the distance. They had the most generic face of a man that you could ever see, and they were staying like down the sidewalk, and at the driveway near the house on the other side. And so I thought it was strange that that person was just standing there looking at me as the garage door was open, and I was just standing there. So that went on for a few days in the dream world, where I would open up the garage and that person would be watching. So I decided to call the police in that dream. And when they came over, the cop was an old friend of mine that I knew from elementary school. And so that brought me peace, that they were there to comfort me, and that they would investigate why that person was staring at me. And for some reason, his partner, I couldn't remember him. He was so intangible to my mind that I didn't even think twice about it. So, for the next few days in my dream, my old friend and his partner were trying to find who was stalking me from my own home. But then they gave up the investigation because there was no evidence that there was someone stalking me. So then a month goes by in the dream world, and I open up the garage on the rare occasion, and I discover that there's damage to the garage door and to the ground that the garage is on. And during that time that the month elapsed, there was, for some reason, fresh concrete poured. So when it dried up, I accidentally got some footprints stuck in there. So I called the cops again in my dream, and there's my old friend again from elementary school. And this time, I notice his partner is off. He's strange, and for some reason, I know that the damage to the garage door and beneath it is not my imagination. That it's new that I didn't do it, but he's dismissive. That one partner of my friend and my friend, my old friend. The guy decided to believe his partner and thought I was imagining it. But since I was so scared, he thought maybe I should check my house. He gave me advice to check my house to see if there was evidence of a break-in or something. That maybe that the culprit might still be lingering in my house. So we were searching my house, and it was weird because it was like a form of perverted hide and seek. And so we kept looking, and we kept looking, and we kept looking, and we looked for a good few hours, and we were laughing that there was no reason to be scared because there was nothing disturbed in my house. So I was like, yeah, there's no reason to be so stupidly frightened. And I joked that there might be something in the freezer, maybe. That would he would be hiding in there. And so the freezer, I have a freezer in my garage. I opened that, and inside I discovered the severed head of someone frozen in there. An expression of indescribable horror. And then I realized that the cop partner of my old friend was that guy who was stalking me. So I wake up at that point from my dream because I did not feel comfortable with it. And the control was returned back to me, because I can usually control whether or not I can stay in a dream. And the weird thing about waking up is that I felt this heavy pressure holding me down from my chest down. And for some reason, something was strange. And then I realized it. It was that the blanket that I was under was the blanket that I usually put on my side to prop up so I don't fall over. And then I made the excuse that maybe it's my mom who changed out the blanket, and it's because I kicked off my blanket for some reason in the middle of the night. I was like, wait a second, no. She did that when I was a kid, and there's no reason for her to do that, because she's not in my house. So at that point, I'm fucking freaking out. And it's because there's no reason for that second blanket to be on me, because I usually keep the first one on me. And I've been having the habit of having the first blanket on me. It's because I felt more comfortable with it. It's a strange fixation that I have with it. And let me tell you that in the past half month. Okay, so in the past half month, I've been having pain in my mouth, and I realized that it was like a canker sore, or like a ulcer or something that was in like my upper left and lower right jaw, so it hurt to open my mouth. And so when I fell asleep, I woke up one day with the pain in my mouth, and I think it was because I was sleeping on my face, the left side of my face, which was strange because I usually sleep upright throughout the entire night, and I was drooling for some reason. So the next few days, since the pain began and the sores in my mouth, they kept it shut, I kept waking up from my dreams, and I was drooling. So I washed my pillow. I thought it was like a one-off thing. I thought it would go away. Because like, there's only one other occasion where I drooled. No, there's 3 other occasions, separate incidents, where I drooled on my pillow and woke up on my left side. And it was strange that I was doing it so many times in a row. So I washed my pillow. I thought to sleep on my right side. And I don't know, it just doesn't make any sense. I don't feel scared anymore. And I think that's what matters. I don't want to reason anymore.